Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Get right with the Most High. Now, I guess some people may felt some type of way because of Osmond Gold. You know what I mean? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a buck of a person that pushes the stuff that he pushes. You know, hurt my feelings. Once you start saying I'm slandering somebody, when the words come out of their mouth and all the context, he said it. That's the context of it. Okay? I didn't bit off nothing. Those words came out of his mouth. But anyway, let's get into it. I don't care about nobody's feelings, bro. All I care is for people to be right and get together and do what's best for them and their family. And people to live a productive life. And not to be living like modern day slavery. All right? That's the way I see things. I don't care about you, what you're going to say or none of that. All right? I ain't sensitive. If I blocked you, because I know you're going to watch this, I blocked you because I asked you, where did I do the slander at? I didn't slander nobody. You didn't tell me, so guess what? I'm going to block you, okay? If you make an assumption, I ain't making an assumption. I ain't say the words out my mouth, he did. But we'll get into this video here. And while they getting rich and you getting poor and you can afford to live, can't put gas in your car, could barely keep a roof over your head, could barely pay for your insurance while you're in credit card debt, while you're paying high gas and living in modern day slavery, water taxes included into it. Let's see what these people was doing behind your back. Let's get into it. Well, would you look at here? Somebody had their hand in the cookie jar. Insider trading is real. This video came upon my lap. We won't get into it. But as you getting poor, they getting richer. You know, and it is what it is. We won't get into it.
In the last few weeks, we've been talking about the economic implications of the Iran war. But this time I want to talk about something else. It's kind of a mystery story. It's a mystery story. And the mystery begins with this. This was the Donald Trump social media post, Truth Social.
It's not a mystery story. It's people that know what's about to happen before you do. And if you pay attention to where people put their money, you can put your money in, you could get a bag too, if you know what I'm saying. It's easy to, anyway, we're going to get into it.
That for a lot of people made them think that maybe this war might be coming to an end. At the very least, it had a big impact on markets. And the thing I want you to focus on is not necessarily the text of this, but it's the time it came out. 11:05, that's UK time. So 11:05 in the UK. It was morning, earlier in the morning in the US, obviously. And look at the impact that this had, okay? So this is showing you the crude oil price. It's the US kind of benchmark of the crude oil price, WTI as it's known. And you can probably spot already the moment that Donald Trump post happened. The oil price went down really sharply, and we've had lots of ups and downs, lots of volatile days on markets in recent days. But this was something else.
That ain't nothing else. What is this guy talking about? He said, this is something else. No, that ain't nothing else. What's this? I want him to put up the volume, though. Let me see. He got to put up the volume.
Traders went out there and they basically said, we're selling oil because we think that things might get a little bit better. But here's what I want to focus on that you don't normally see in these charts. Not just the price, so that's the oil price, but the volumes. You can actually look at this. You can look at just how many people are buying and selling at any given moment. And have a look at volumes. So these bars...
He said, have a look at values, boy. That thing off the radar. Look at the values on there. But insider trading is real, you hear me? For real, for real.
They're showing you the volume. So at the given moment that obviously that Donald Trump post happened, you had this massive increase in a lot of people going out there into the market and saying, look, something's happening. We need to actually act on it. For the most case, selling at this point. But here's the curious thing, and here's kind of where the mystery is. I want to kind of zoom in on this area here. So I'll kind of zoom in so you can see. This is just the volumes of people.
Look at 1048. And then look at the rest of the volume. Hey, man, if you... There's ways that you can find out who's putting their money where and at what time. I'm just going to let y'all know that, all right? There's ways you could do that. You could do it. You could do it when they do it. They track Nancy Pelosi, all these people, like they track this stuff.
Going into that oil market and kind of, for the most part, selling after that Donald Trump post. You can see there's this real spike in activity. A lot of people going in there, kind of this frenzy. And that's the kind of flip side of prices. But look at this. 15 minutes before that Donald Trump post, there was a very big amount of trading volume. Very big. In fact, actually, when you're looking at that amount of volume, that spike, that was the biggest trading volume that we saw that day. We're starting here just at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going through to that moment of the Donald Trump post. Relatively quiet volumes, not much going on in the market, and then all of a sudden that. And if you're wondering, okay, maybe this was just a one-off, it was someone who made a lucky bet.
People that trade don't make lucky bets, bro. You know how much money that is for that bar to go up like that, bro? It's about $500 million. Who gonna take a bet like that without knowing what's about to happen? Come on, let's be realistic.
Have a look not just at this. So this is WTI, it's one measure, the US measure of oil. Have a look at Brent, which is the kind of the European, seen as the international measure of oil. Again, the same thing. Donald Trump makes his post, flurry of activity, lots of people there. But look at that. Again, 15 minutes before that Donald Trump post, a very big trade. Now, it's unclear whether it's just an individual or whether it's a kind of group of people. But what you do know from just imputing what the potential value, the notional value of those trades, just
580 million. It was a group of people, homie.
just on oil would be, it is staggering amounts of money, life-changing amounts of money, $580 million. Someone has just made a real killing on this. And it's not just oil. So that's oil, two different measures of oil. But now have a look at the S&P 500. So this is S&P 500 futures. It's the biggest kind of exchange, stock market, equity market in the world. Same thing again. Donald Trump posts. The price goes up because people are getting very hopeful. Volumes go up at the same time. And if we zoom into the volumes, once again, what do you see? Obviously, there's the volume after Donald Trump made his post, but 15 minutes before, this is actually 10:50 UK time, a very, very big trade. As I say, life-changing amounts of money, hundreds of millions of dollars were potentially made in those moments in this curious trade that seemed to come out.
Dude, that's about $1.7 billion was made.
Of nowhere, leaving a lot of people wondering, was this just luck? Or did someone actually know what the president was about to say?
I will have to say that people knew what the president was about to say. Come on, man. Who's going to put $580 million and just trick themselves out their bag? Even a hedge fund. You know what I mean? Even a hedge fund. Like when you look at it as a totality, nobody going to trick themselves out their bag. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, it's inside trading. While you're getting poorer, you can't afford to live, you can't afford your groceries, you can't afford your insurance, you can't afford your car payment, you can't afford your credit card payments, you can't afford your mortgage or your rent, you can't afford gas, you can't afford food. They getting rich. Peace and love, get right with the Most High. I'll catch you on the next one. Open your eyes. As long as you keep your eyes closed, you're going to stay at the bottom. Peace and love.